Talking about the closet. Man, did that resonate with me. You know, one time my wife went to Taiwan, and when she was gone, I had a carpenter come, a guy that was skilled in cabinet making, all that, and I built this most beautiful walk-in closet. I said, my wife's gonna be so proud when she comes back. And she was, and when she came back, later when I went into the closet, all my stuff was gone. I said, what? All right, so I went downstairs. Put my clothes downstairs in that closet. Then all of a sudden, I was pushed out of that closet. Then I said, I go to the far end of the house, there's a bedroom, there's another closet. One day I walked in there to get something. Half of the stuff in the closet was hers. You're saying, Jeff, why are you talking about this? Well, I'm having a conversation with my wife right now. No, she's incredible. She's incredible. But going back to this, the turning point. The turning point is where you're going to take this vision to your downline. And that's called duplication. And we're going to talk about some things here that are very important for you to get to that next level, whatever that next level is. I mean, Platinum Elite is the top of the compensation plan, right? There may not be another rank, but there's always another level. In our personal growth, in our leadership, we have to find it. We have to find that voice. We have to find that vision. And we have to share it. And then we have to create more people like us. Are you ready for this? So let's talk about something. We talk about vision. Vision is mentally perceiving the future, and it hasn't happened yet, but it's fueled by dreams. It's the perception of a reality that hasn't happened yet through the eyes of faith, and it's fueled by dreams. So you need the dreams. How many of you remember my story? When I was broke, when I was bankrupt. And on Sundays, I would go to the area where the rich people live, and I would walk down those streets, and I would look at those mansions. And I would say to myself, yes, this is the way it's going to be. And this is the way my life's going to turn out. That house, the one with the pillars, yeah, I'm going to have a house like that. The rose gardens, perennial gardens, I'm going to have a garden too. That Mercedes in the driveway, I'll put a BMW next to it. And every Sunday I would go and rehearse that. Some call that the law of attraction. Whatever you think about most is what you attract in your life. Some might think, oh, that's just pie in the sky, that's mumbo jumbo. Well, I went from bankruptcy to going into one of those houses in 18 months. That's the power of a dream. But vision is different. Vision gives us the roadmap. And that's what I want to talk about today. Are you ready for that? I'm going to get a drink of water. Utah air is so dry. Hang on. Okay. So I'd like to talk to you about what it's going to take to get us there. So that first step in the vision is remembering there are no Marvel heroes in For Life. Does anybody know a Marvel hero? There are no Supermen, Superwomen. There's nobody goes out and builds this thing. Nobody can say, well, you know, the majority of the company is under me. Well, did you sign everybody up? Did you enroll? Did you train everybody? No. There are no Marvel heroes. Therefore, what do we have to do to make our dream become a reality? A dream like the one I experienced, going from bankruptcy to going into the house of my dreams and never looking back again and doing it in 18 months. We've got to get some help. We can't do it alone. That means we have to build a team. And I have an acronym here, and let's look at this acronym. The T in the word Team is together. That's all of you. Everyone achieves more. And I can't say it in Spanish, but I put it there for you. Everyone. So together, everyone achieves more. So it's about a group of men and women that come together for mutual success. That's how it happens. It's different than the ball, let's say ball teams, baseball, football, whatever you want to say. They're all competitive, aren't they? They want to beat one another, don't they? And for example, in the United States, in the Super Bowl, the best of the best go against one another. I remember taking my son Alexander to the Patriots Super Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia. It was a great memory. I'll never forget it. But it was amazing just to watch Tom Brady on the field. But it's competitive, isn't it? This is different. For life is different. It's not the same. We're not competitors. We are partners. We are all partners. But let's broaden the definition. Who's in your team? Do you know who's in your team? Okay, I'm going to broaden the definition of what a team is, and it has three components. Because, yes, we think of our downline, we think of the people that we get paid on. That's my team, right? Yeah, that's my team, right? I want to talk about something else here, and let's look at it. So, the first component of our team is corporate. Could we do it without them? Were you not inspired by David Lisonbe's message yesterday, his talk? Were you inspired? Would you like him to post that maybe in our app one day, just so we could read that speech? It was so deep, and his words were, just perfect. They were sculpted. It was perfect. He thought that thing out incredibly. What about Danny Lee? Did you enjoy his speech? I'd like to get his speech also in that app. I thought it was incredible. I saw Danny Lee talking, and I was thinking, wow, I'd like to recruit that man. he talks like a field leader, because he is. He is. David Lisonbe and Danny Lee are definitely field leaders. But I want us to also acknowledge all our corporate leaders. We have so many. I can't do it by name because there's not enough time. We have so many incredible corporate leaders. Let's give them a hand. Now, how can you support this part of your team, my team, all of our team, this most important component? Because they do so much, right? Look at our R&D, David Vollmer and Brent Vaughn and their team, everything. Oh my gosh, what an incredible corporate team we have. How we can support them is, number one, please work in countries where we have offices. Number one, please. It costs a lot of money for David and Danny to have these offices in different countries. We need to support that. That's where we need to build. Number two, what about products? Are we going to talk about products? That's right. That is our business. We don't get paid on intentions. We don't get paid on likes in Facebook. We don't get paid on rank positions. What we get paid on is if people purchase products. Let's get real on that. You got me? So teach people to consume our products what? Every day. At least 600 milligrams of transfer factor every day. And yes, their favorite 4Life products. Teach them to consume it. That's the second thing. What's the third way we can support our corporate leaders? The Fast Start program. Build with speed. Slow is boring. There's no energy in boring. I'm going to go slow, I'm going to take it, as I can. No. You got to build with a sense of urgency. Speed, fast start. I had a team just last month in my organization, and I got on a Zoom call with them, And that's exactly what I told them all. There was 28 of them, all brand new. And I said, fast start is how we build. You got to build a fast start because you get a variety of products, you get a good idea what For Life's all about, and you're going to create more volume in your team. So that's the third way. What's the fourth way? How many of you saw the 90-day program? Yes, that 90-day brochure. You like it? Do you like it? Let me tell you something. That's the only way to build. Because I can tell you, when I started in For Life 26 years ago, that's exactly what I did. How many of you remember last convention, I showed that picture of me sitting at a table with my cat, and I was looking at my contact list, and I looked dazed. How many of you saw that picture, right? That's what I was doing. I was doing a 90-day run. I said to myself, I'm going to go from 8 to faint. 8 to faint. That's 8 in the morning till I faint every day for 90 days. And I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to do this thing. And in 90 days, I sponsored 27 people, and I had a team of 800 in my downline in 90 days. Now, I'm not a Marvel hero, okay? I just was ready. I was ready to go for it in a big way. But I understood if you don't have a burst of energy, if you don't have massive focus, you're not going to get anywhere. I had people calling me about other companies. I'd say, no, I can't look at that. I'm doing this. I cannot give you my time. If I give you my time, I'm stealing from my downline because they need my time. And you're not going to get it. And so those are the 4 areas. 90 day, and I don't care if you've been in For Life for 10 years or more. You can always do a 90-day run. If you can't do a 90-day, do a 60. If you can't do a 60, do a 30. Before I became a Platinum Elite, I remember that month in June, it was every day, 8 to faint, 8 to faint, 8 to faint, every day. Zoom calls. And when I woke up the last day of June, I looked at my report the last day of June, it said you're a Platinum Elite. All right, who's the other component? Other affiliates. What? Other downlines that are not your downlines? How can that be part of your team? You know what? I don't have anybody in the country of Russia, but I get paid on Russia. Jace Kim is a platinum in For Life. He's in South Korea. Jace is not my downline, but I get paid on Jace. How is that possible? How is that possible? Our premier pool, friends. Do you understand? The company takes a percentage of their worldwide sales, puts it in that pool, and they pay it out in shares. And the more you scale across the compensation plan, the more shares you get. And you will realize, and it starts from bronze up, right? And you will realize that one third of your income will come from the premier pool if you continue to push it and scale. Are you ready for it? That means you can get paid on me and my network of hundreds of thousands of affiliates. Would you want to get paid on me? Why would David do that? Why would David Lisaby do that? He's generous, number 1. But number 2, he's smart. He wants to unite For Life. He wants to unite For Life. Just yesterday, I did a training for the Russians. They're not my downline, right? They said, hey, will you do a training for us? I said, sure, let's do it. Why not? I get paid on the Russians. Why wouldn't I do it? That's why you need to scale it. That's why you need to get to silver. That's why you need to get to silver elite, gold elite, platinum elite. I want to see you make a huge amount of money in this. And let's go to the other. And the other is, and that is, that slide there. Your own success line, your own downline. So, yes, they're an important part of what you do. They're the most important part of your team because you're personally responsible. You've got to support them. You've got to help them. And so to understand, they are a volunteer army. That means they can leave you anytime. And I've seen it happen many times. Many times. I've seen people not treated right, disrespected, treated as employees. They're not employees. So do you love your downline? All right, we're going to keep moving. So, that's a question I'm asking you. Do you want a bigger team? Mexico, do you want a bigger team?
Yeah.
South Korea, do you want a bigger team? Uh-oh. Philippines, can you do better than that? You want a bigger team? All of you, do you want a bigger team?
Yeah.
Then here's what you gotta do. You gotta find your dream, then find your team. Find your dream, then find your team. See if you can remember that phrase. Find your dream, then find your dream, then what?
Find your thing.
That's it. Find your team. That's it. So how do we? You might say to yourself, "Oh man, Jeff, I got a team, but it's not that big. It's not moving. Well, then your dream is not big enough. Get a bigger dream. Get a bigger dream, and it doesn't have to be just about you. It has to be about how you're going to impact other people. My goal is to see 50 platinum and platinum elites in the President's Club. That's my goal. 50. There's only a handful now. Yeah, come on, let's do it. So, that's what I want you to do. I want you to think about it. What is it you want in your life? Go home and write, or tonight in your room, write about it, think about it. Dream big. Get a dream that's really going to push you over the edge, and you're going to be, you're going to be the kind of person you've never been before in life. Find that dream. And then here's the thing. Understand that when you have that team, we lead by permission, not authority. We're nobody's boss. It said on our applications, independent distributor. That's right, nobody owns anybody in this business. So, we don't need to develop an ego and a pride and say, it's my way or the highway. That doesn't work. I'm flexible. Leaders want to do it differently, do it differently. That's fine. I go to different countries, do it different ways. Respect that. Now here's the thing I want you to think about. Who was the greatest networker? He's not in this room. Who was the greatest networker? We might have different ideas about this, that's fine. But I can tell you who mine was. Now this man was incredible because he sponsored 12. He sponsored 12. And guess what? His downline is 2,000 years old now. It's had billions and billions of people in it. And he did it by leading by example. And yes, I'm talking about Jesus. Now, if you're... And for my Muslim friends, I would say to my Muslim friends, you probably have role models like that. So we would love to hear that. And Buddhists and Hindus, whatever. But I'm talking about this man. And so what's incredible is that he trained these men, but on the last night he was on the earth, his disciples, his 12 leaders were arguing about what? Who was greatest? I am Platinum Melita. What does it mean? Hey, I got more in my team than you got in your team. You think you're something? You're nothing like me. I can smoke you. And Jesus is going, oh, it's my last night on earth. I gotta die tomorrow, right? Oh God, please. And so he decides to do something. He does something that we would think was crazy, right? He does a final training. It wasn't about strategy. It wasn't about methodology. It wasn't about who's going to go where. This was his training. And you know what's interesting? He washed the feet of Judas who he knew was going to betray and kill him. He even washed his feet. Amazing. Amazing. What was he teaching? Hygiene? You guys got to have clean feet because you're going to do a lot of walking, right? No. What was he teaching? Well, this is what he said. Therefore, if I am Lord and teacher, wash your feet, you should wash the feet of one another. What's he teaching? That they should just wash their feet. What's the point? What was his point? This was his point. Humility. Humility. Jesus said you cannot get into the kingdom of God unless you become children. That's what he said. You have to become children. What? They don't have ego. They don't have pride. You ever notice when kids get together, they're beautiful. They don't have these corrupting qualities. They don't have that. Humility. Do you think we need more humility in this business? Absolutely. Hey, I pray for it. I pray to God for humility. I do. I do. Because if we're humble, we have the ability to learn. If we're arrogant, we can't learn. So we have to be open to change. Here's another thing that will help your business is keep the peace. You're going to have issues in your team. Be a good buffer between your leaders. Try to solve the problem. I had one team recently call me. They just started last month in my downline, and I got on a Zoom with them. And one leader at the top wanted the same person that one of his leaders wanted. And he asked me, what should I do? I said, is that the only man you know? He said, no. I said, then let your leader have him. Keep peace. Keep peace. If you don't have peace, you will have divisions in your team. And I promise you, I've seen it. I've seen it. And I've been in 4Life 26 years. And I've seen this in different teams in 4Life. Where you have division, volume will decline. Where you have division, ranks will decline. It doesn't work. If you don't have harmony in your team, then everybody loses. Here's something I want to quote. Bianca, listen, Bianca. I saw it on the video yesterday. I was very touched by a video clip at a convention. These are her words, not my words. Bianca said, we can do so much together that we could never do alone. We can do so much together that we could never do alone. Here was another sentence she said on a different clip. We are just ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Bianca Lisby was so humble. She was so beautiful. That's what we need to imitate. Keep the peace. Here's another important point. If you want to have a successful team. You know, have you ever heard, you get into 4Life or get into network marketing, work hard for 5 years, and you can do whatever you want the rest of your life? We've heard that, right? That is a lie. That's a lie. Don't believe it. I still work it after 26 years, but I have a life. 4Life is my life, yes, but what does that mean? 4Life has given me or allowed me to watch my children grow, to be around Micah. Where is my family? Where did you guys go? Stand up and say, sorry, my family. So, it's allowed me to be around Arthur. It's allowed me to be around Alex. Watch them grow. Yes, 4Life gave me that. I thank 4Life for that. I thank David Lisby for that. It changed my life. It changed my family's life. There were so many things. So, yes, I can do a lot of things. But here's the thing. What we don't want to do is disappear. If we disappear, our team will disappear. Here are 4 areas right there where you can be seen, be available, be seen. In the right corner there is doing meetings. In the left is Zoom. How many of you did Zoom in the pandemic? How many of you? Yes. Okay. How about phone calls to your leaders? Calling your leaders. Talking to your leaders. You must communicate. The quality of your team will be the quality of your communication. You have to talk to them. Which is why you've got to keep peace. And if you're not at peace with some of your leaders here, why not pray to God, make up, and hug one another. We've got to be one, like Bianca said. Can we do this? And then, lastly, this is the last point, and I find this to be so true. Gather together. Gather together. Break bread with one another. Do things. When I leave convention tomorrow, fly back home, 70 leaders are flying back to my house with me. Yeah, that's right. It's crazy, right? But you know what? It's open to you too. It's just they take advantage of it. And so we put it out there that after convention, you want to come to my mountain, our mountain where we live, and we have cabins there. That we put the leaders up, and then we go out, and for 5 days we do nothing but fun things. And then we eat at my house every night. And karaoke. Philippines love the karaoke. Oh my gosh, can they sing? So, but the thing is, that's right. And that's a sign there where I live. It's down in town. That's the national park, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And so we'll gather together. And for 5 days, we have nothing but fun. So that's the thing, friends. That's the sticky stuff. The sticky stuff that keeps a team together. That's the reason why I still have a team after 26 years. When I went to Eric Worre's GoPro Mastery and spoke at that event, I had so many people come up to me and say, how can you be in a company that long? I mean, people are jumping around. They're in a company a year, they're off to another company. Some are in 6 months, they're off to another company. Nobody stays with these companies. He said, how do you do it? I said, it's a real easy answer, okay? Don't quit. Don't quit. If the company is For Life treating you right, is For Life treating you right? Better? Okay, why would you leave? We have the most incredible product called Transfer Factor. Nobody has our technology. This product has such great impact on people throughout the world and gives tremendous value. Why would you quit? I wouldn't, would you? No. And then third, what about the compensation plan? They pay out more than any other network marketing company. Do you like our compensation plan? Do you like our new rapid rewards? I love it. I love it. So my friends, to summarize, to make your business great, you have to become one team. We got to get rid of ego. We got to get rid of pride in our teams. We have to unite. Are you ready to unite? We have to do that. We have to follow the direction of our corporate leaders when they ask us to do things. And again, those 4 things, remember those 4. That we need to work in countries where we have offices. We need to teach people to consume our products daily. We need to get people involved in the fast start if possible. Look, I sold a junk truck to get started, okay? When people say I don't have the money, I'll say, okay, what's the problem? Well, I just told you I don't have the money. I added that part. What's the problem? I just told you I don't have the money. Oh, well, I didn't have the money either, but I sold a junk truck, got started. Here's the thing. When you don't have resources, you get resourceful. That's right. That's what I teach people. So, and then 4th is the 90-day. You can do a 90-day anytime. Teach your people to do a 90-day focus. That 90 days I did with For Life, having a team after 800 affiliates after 90 days forever changed my life because the ripple effects just kept going through decades of time in this company. Don't you love our company? Don't you love our leaders? And the legacy that Bianca Elizabeth gave us, and I see it in Jenna. When I look at Jenna, I think about Bianca. I think about it, and I said, wow. But Jenna is her own person, and she's got her own space. She's incredible in her own way, and I know her mother's proud of her. But here's the thing, my friends. This was a great convention. Take vision with you. Fuel it by dreams. Talk to your leaders about the stepping stones of the vision. And the first, in order to make it work, you have to have a team. But understand, that team can evaporate if you don't treat them right. Treat them right. Love them. You love your downline? I love all of you. I love you all. I love you all. Thank you.